Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. For the safety of the players and all attendees, the Anguilla Football League requests that you refrain from standing at the rails or running in the walkways. We also remind you that spectators are not allowed to go onto the field or interrupt play in any manner.
As long as we have these games, we will always need officials. People staying involved in sports, willing to work hard. They are out there every day.
Giving back to our league. Let's give them the respect they deserve. Better yet, why don't you come? Visit the office for more information or email AFL main office at yahoo.com. There's help wanted. Just listen.
Well, good evening, wherever you are. Welcome once again to AI Live coverage of the Anguilla Football League, the male senior division. And we are in week 3 on a match day 4, game number 12 here for this 2023 season. Your commentator again is Tony Fleming. I'm here by my lonesome, and we are certainly happy to be with you to bring you this match. These two teams, the Eagles Claw, they are with a 100% winning record so far. They have won their 2 matches. On the other hand, the Uprising FC, they will certainly be looking to see whether or not they can get back to winning ways. They have picked up 2 losses so far. The team sheet reads Uprising, Keandre Alexander, Colin Cannonier, Darren Carty in goal, Jordan Dean wears the number 8 shirt, Denny Derrick number 6, number 7 DeFari Francis, his brother Delany Francis wears the number 2 shirt, Joseph Nathaniel Gums in number 11, number 5 Trey Gums, number 3 Ashan Hodge the captain, and Roshana Gums Richardson wears the number 15 shirt. All the preliminaries are out the way. The referee is just about ready. We've got some young officials doing this match with Monique Carty is on the far side. She's been a veteran presence in terms of the officiating. The ball is with the Eagles Claw. Eagles Claw kicking from left of screen to right in the green jerseys, moving away from the blue, and the traditional gray and black with red strips down the middle is the Uprising FC. Here's Uprising FC. And says play has certainly started quite brisk, brightly. Both teams really showing some good energy. Trying to find a striker there for the Eagles Claw in that of Tajay Johnson. The Eagles Claw sees number 3 Stephen Anderson, number 11 Sean Brown, number 20 Romain Kabi, number 9 Shaman Charles, number 69 Reichel Cyril, number 8 Lyndon Duncan, number 13 Khalifa Francis, number 12 Keanu Jeffords, number 26 Dylan Mitchell, and number 19 Rohan Taylor. Here is Sean Brown trying to find the player there, but Carty comes out and collects. And this one is really going to be one of these brisk games. The Eagles Class certainly looking to get all 3 points. Denny Derrick trying to get around Duncan, loses out. But here is the the defense there. Francis clean up at the back. It's still with the Uprising. Goes further wide, trying to find Danny Derrick. Brown comes all the way back and intercepts the play. Yeah, Sean Brown. He would have scored some 4 goals in one match there for the Eagles Claw. And they have played a bit of a good brand of football so far against the teams that they have came up against. Here's a back heel. Kirby finding Johnson, and Johnson is still not out of the woods. Kirby again collecting. Cool move, good move from Kirby, and a shot but blocked there. And still with possession is the Eagles Claw, and this time though in an offside position. But it was a good move there by Kirby and Johnson. They were queuing up there in the box there of the Uprising. Here is Brown crosses, but Darian Carty collects. So the Uprising might just want to be a little bit more careful with the way how they've been defending. So far, they have not defended well throughout this tournament. Here is the Eagles Claw. He's looking very sharp in midfield. He's number 26, but eventually he loses out there. I guess he must have just saying, well, player coming through my legs. Here is reverse pass there, trying to find the striker. Just collects now. This is number 8 for the Uprising, Jordan Dean. Brown, he's been challenged. Brown, still Brown. Eventually giving it away. Here is Nat, wearing the number 11 shirt. Jordan Dean cuts inside and chips over, and goalkeeper comes, collects, boots the ball upfield. Cannoneer, Francis finds Dean, controls, but the defense there for the think they might have wanted to, certainly would want to get that one back. That ball certainly came off of Jordan Dean, but the official says Uprising throw. Number 18 there for the Uprising. Here is the ball trying to come to push to there for Derek, but cut out there by Duncan. Cannoneer has been hounded. Francis is still in midfield, and eventually Dean's collect. Here is, well, an attempted shot, but loses his footing. There is the Uprising player. So Uprising has started, is looking a little bit really aggressive in the way of the plays. Here's a shot and goal, and that ball sailing wide over the bar from Duncan. Well, that's Dean, actually. Here is the player there, just loses out, but is still with it. Still with it is the Uprising, and it's going to be a corner kick. It's going to be a corner kick there to the Uprising team. So a bit on the defensive side is the Eagles' claw. They would have had somewhat of two lesser of the teams that they would have played in that of the Western Predators, who they would have beaten some 11 goals to nil, and really squeezed out a 1-0 goal advantage. Here is a corner kick taken quickly, but fingertip saved their way to the defense there for the Eagles' claw, and an infringement eventually. An infringement. Free kick goes against, well, it says free kick goes against Eagles' claw, according to the assistant referee over there, Monique. So more defending for the Eagles' claw to do, and they so far have been really pressured in these moments, early moments. Just into the 9th minute of play, still all square here. If you've just joined us, we want to say welcome once again to our featured match for this evening, the Uprising FC versus the Eagles' Claw. Eagles' Claw in their green, Uprising in the grey kit with the red across the chest plate. Here is a free kick taken. Heads going up, but cleared away eventually. A really good free kick there from Dean. And just was begging for the head there of one of the players, but eluding everyone, and eventually a shot coming from, is that the play over there on the left side? And here is a free kick taken quickly. The ball drilled across, but find the head of Johnson. So it's a bit of head ball here. Here is Trey. Eventually coming away with it is Kabi. Eagles' Claw. Good ball push through there. That looks like it, number 9. Shomin Charles. It reminds me of the player there, Naldo. Here is Johnson. Johnson has been tugged back from the back. And trying to return the favor is Charles. But Johnson loses out there, cleared away by the defense. Ball has been pulled back in play, but not in defense. Finds Cannonier. Cannonier finds Hodge. Hodge back to Cannonier. The ball is intercepted by Dean, who's pushing down the midfield. Still Cannonier with it. Here is Denny. Crosses. And Denny. Who's that to play over there? Not Denny. Denny had a shot at goal just a while ago, but loses out. Very tame shot. Here is the Uprising FC again. They're looking very purposeful in the attack and really trying to get shots on goal. That was Francis from the other end who crossed that ball just a while ago to Derek, who had what you would call a powder puff shot there. No channel, no chance to really breach the goalkeeper's goal. So it's 0-0. Here is Uprising trying to mount an attack again. The ball is pushed wide to that Dean, who is the number 8 shirt. Cut out there. Still position with Uprising, but given away there by Nat. And cleared up there in the end. Defense by Ashan Hodge. Here is Trey. Goes for the wide to Cannonier. Good pass from Trey. Cannonier can't get around Brown. Brown chips the ball to find Johnson. Johnson is very speedy and not in the end coming and clearing, and Carty collects, tosses it out to the player there who looking at his looks like, is that number 12 or number 18? So it looks like number 12, Alexander, is, Nat can't keep the ball in play. And these is number 2. It's Francis. Is that number 2 shirt? The numbers are very misleading here. Trying to get especially these numbers on these jerseys for the Uprising team. Here is Carby. Stumbled over it a little bit. But Alexander recovering. Carby still. And there's a shot and goal. But this one goes wide over the bar there from the player there in that Charles. Shameen Charles. Booting that one over the bar. A little resemblance of the man Naldo, who would have played for Roaring Lions and at some point played for the Uprising, well, the Salsa Ballers as well. Here is Nat. Find Alexander. Alexander finds Trey. Trey trying to find Derek. Derek can't hold off the midfield player there in the number 26. Where's the number 26 shot there for in Mitchell? Francis coming away with it. Francis loses out. Here is Johnson finding Charles. At Wall. Young man in the middle there. That's that Fleming. Says free kick to the Eagles Claw. So it's a free kick to Eagles Claw. And it's been presented with a 4-man wall set there by Carty. See where a brilliant free kick was scored there from Jalen Smeens against the Roaring Lions. Let's see if it can be replicated. Here's a shot and goal and almost a chance there. But it was 2 Eagles club players right on the doorstep there, and had they just got a touch on that one would have ended up in the back of the net because Carty was helpless there, and I'm certainly sure that he will be happy to know that that ball has sailed just past the right upright for a goal kick. It's a short pass. Nat finds Alexander. Alexander tried to go for Francis but can't reach him. The ball goes over the goal line, well, over the touch line for a throw-in, sorry. Here's Carby. Can't handle the control. Handball, not finding Francis, crosses, but the goalkeeper just collects momentarily gathers after. Here is Cannoneer. Cannoneer dribbles through two Eagles club players and eventually chips the ball forward, finds Francis, who finds the player there in Trey to Dean crosses. This could be dangerous there. Players trying to queue up, but can't put a hold on the ball. There is the Eagles clan. Finally, the ball's been booted upfield by Sean Brown to Taja Johnson. Johnson to Mitchell Charles. And Charles has been adjudged to be in an offside position. And so that good move averted there by that offside call. Here is Francis trying to find Derek, but the ball is cut out there by Duncan. Mitchell. Cut out there by Alexander. Francis. Trey Gums. Trey to Francis again. He has space and he's got acres of space to run on to, but can't deliver the pass. And in the end, that's going to be, that looks as though that has gone for a throw. But good ball movement there from the Uprising, but the finished product not as good as the initial move. And but so far they have looked better than I would have seen them in the opening match. I haven't gotten a chance to view their other games so far. I know they would have played the Ducks team somewhat. Pretty good for a moment. Here is a shot and goal. And the goalkeeper for the Eagles Club comes and collects. Tosses it out to Brown. Brown speeding down, but finds that of Ashan Hodge, who cuts out the play and finds Cannoneer. Cannoneer to Dean. Dean controls. He's been hounded, but he controls nicely. Finds Francis on the other end. And the ball eventually just shepherded into the hands of the goalkeeper there. And he goes further upfield and Charles has been in offside. Here's Alexander. Loses out to Kirby. Here is Diamonds. It's not Diamonds, but Eagles Club, sorry. Ball is eventually cleared away. Good shielding there from Defari Francis. Trey Gums find Delany Francis. And this could be trouble, but eventually cleared away by the Eagles claw. Here is Trey Gums, goes further wide there to the player over on the far side. He finds Denny Derrick. A shot coming from some distance, but that won't trouble the goalkeeper. Francis not getting the power he would have liked. Goalkeeper boots the ball upfield, but there is not an attacker there for the Eagles claw, and so regaining possession is the Uprising. Brad tried to make a shift move, but eventually loses out there to Sean Brown. Tomorrow will be some real super action. Super Sunday. It's been dubbed Super Sunday. As in the first match, we will have the defending champions, the Rowan Lions. They will be coming up against the unbeaten Limers FC. And then in the nightcap match, two unbeaten teams again, the Ducks United versus the Attackers FC. So it's going to be some really good action. Here is a cutout play there from the number 12 player there for Eagles Club. And here is Johnson. Can't control that one. And I'm not sure it's the player's offside, but It says offside. Number 12, Jeffers. And Johnson adjudged to have been offside. Here is the free kick taken, but put away there on the far side. So we are into the 23rd minute of play, and so far this match has been quite exciting. End to end, not heavy action, but good playing in midfield and good defending as well from both teams. Here's Brown is going to collect that one. The Eagles Claw goes all the way back to the custodian. Yes, he finds Francis. And Francis just probably maybe a little bit on the slow side of things there, allowing Denny Derrick to come across and really block the shot for throwing. Probably could have gone the first time in terms of clearance, but maybe looking just to gain possession. There's the man Francis. No harm, no foul. Eagles Claw, Kirby. Stopped there by Alexander. Here is Dean. Nice cutback. Dean still with an opportunity, and eventually the ball is cleared away. And it's going to roll over the touchline for a throw-in deep into the defensive half there of the Eagles Claw. And they have found themselves probably in the first time for the season defending quite often than necessary in their last two previous matches. Here is Francis. It comes all the way back to Hodge. Hodge comes to Alexander. Alexander can't get through Kirby, but picking up a throw in the end. Here is the younger Francis Dean finding Jelani Francis. He looks up, trying to go into the middle, does find Derek. Derek finds Trey. Cannoneer. All Cannoneer trying to get around the defense over on that side. Can't do so, but in the end, Trey comes picking up the loose ball. Jelani Francis a little bit careless with it, but recovers position. Ashawn Hodge. And Duncan, veteran in the middle of defense for Eagles Claw, comes away with it. In the meantime, it's Jeffers. Jeffers getting past Jelani Francis. Here is Romain Kirby. Tries to go early to find that of Charles. But the ball is blocked. And it's going to be a throw-in to the Eagles Claw in the attacking third. Kirby quickly finds Mitchell. And Mitchell can't control, and it's going to be a goal kick. It's going to be another throw in there to the Uprising team, trying to get the whole of the name of the player over there on the far side, but for some reason it's some distance away. Can't see the number as I would like, and pretty young player. Infringement against the Uprising team. 27 minutes is gone. Still all square here. In the first half, here is Johnson. I'm certainly sure would want to get a lot closer to goal. Johnson. And in the end, Cathy comes and collects. One point I thought that he could have just let that one roll outside, but well, he got across nicely and gathered the ball very well. Here is Cannoneer trying to get around the player there, but Dean collects and goes wide to Jelani Francis, who's not in position, but picks up position now. And he's traveling trail by Kirby. Crosses, but only to find the boot of Francis. Francis can't find a player. What he finds instead is Jelani Francis, who boots the ball the legs of Sean Brown, who have certainly been more in that of a midfield defensive role, not really running down the wing that we saw him in both games as well. Certainly has found it hard and has found it more players to defend. Here is that outside of the foot pass there from Defari Francis, but can't effect the pass, and the ball goes outside for a goal kick there to the Eagles Claw, heading into where 29 minutes has gone. There's ball booted upfield. Finds Cannoneer. Cannoneer finds Nut. Gets past Charles. And ball booted upfield, and a snapshot there from Denny Derrick. Pretty good one. Been interesting to see if he had gotten that one off. That would have been quite interesting, but he's still with the Eagles Claw. Here is Delany Francis. Comes all the way trying to find Alexander. Partial head there by Kirby. Here is Delany Francis now. Well, the Fari, that is. Chips the ball over, but Monique Ray over on the far side says offside. See the number 22 player there, that of Craig Clark coming in. No, he's Seventh-day Adventist, so he a certain lot of time before he can start a play. But certainly they have not needed his service so far. They have held firm, and just 15 minutes to go before halftime. Not a lot of stoppage in this match. It's been a real good free-flowing match. Mostly concentrated in midfield. And that's an infringement and a handball there, says referee Fleming. Oh, is that? I'm sure is that referee Fleming. Probably not. Cowan Duncan finds Charles, but ball booted upfield by Alexander. Eagles Claw. Mitchell, Charles, Johnson. Shot and goal! Good move there from the young man there in Taze Johnson. Picks the ball up, cuts to his right side, a stronger foot, and really a rocket of a shot there in the net. The goalkeeper there in goal, Darren Carty, couldn't get fingertips to that one, and it rocketed in the roof of the net for goal number 1 from the Eagles Claw. So John First Blood there is the Eagles Claw, and looking to continue their 100% record winning ways here, and certainly been a team that has looked totally different as compared to when they started. But I could simply say that from since the D-League, they has looked the part and has really come out here and put on a showing here. But a really good goal they're taken there from the young man in Taj Johnson. And certainly he can move his tally up to 5 goals so far. And I was thinking that he was actually playing too far away from goal, but probably the opportunity, and he's a very quick player as well. And you really have to be on your P's and Q's defending him because he's quite speedy. And when he gets the touch right, can be deadly, as we would have seen there in that goal that he took. So it's corner kick, man. Sean Brown. That Sean Brown will take. Here's a corner kick taken. Heads going up, but Carty comes and collects, and certainly will be looking for more defensive help from his defense, because defenders were shifted very easily. Here's a miss clearance there from Francis, but he's helped and cleaned up. Johnson again. Shot and goal! This man is on fire. Taj Johnson, the radar, the compass has set to right. His compass has set and zeroed in on the goal there for the Uprising team. Just a dink of the shoulder and a shot that I don't think the keeper would have seen. Absolutely. And they are having a conference and saying, what are you all doing? How are you letting this man really get through and getting those shots? But some serious questions being asked there for the defense there from the Uprising. So 2 good goals there, either side of better part of a minute, 2 minutes or so, that has seen the Eagles Claw taking a 2-0 lead in this first half. Well, here's Carby and Johnson again, but Carty, and somebody needs to get a body on this player here, because he is really turning on the jets. Here is the man Taj Johnson, but really taken 2 really good goals. And here is Francis. What can he do? He might want to look to pull a goal back. Jordan Dean on the strong side and his strong foot. Still has possession. Denny Derrick blocked from Francis. And away comes the Eagles' Claw. Carby, missed pass there to, is that Jeffers? And here is Uprising. A bit shell-shocked now and wondering what has hit them in just a brief moment, because they were certainly playing well, but a moment, 2 moments of brilliance there from the man Taj Johnson. I've seen 2 wonderfully taken goals there for a 2-goal to 0 lead. We've still got another 8 minutes and 7 seconds in this encounter. Here is Uprising, trying to see if they can pull a goal back. The ball is with Jordan Dean. He has been pushed, and well, it's penalty. Referee says penalty, and it points to the spot there is some complaint about whether the play was taken outside the box. The referee pointed to the penalty spot, and now he's going to his assistant, but he has already pointed to the penalty spot. I'm not too sure why he's consulting with his assistant. I'm thinking you pointed to the spot already. Penalty is penalty. That's what you saw. That's what you keep that. Because the linesman, the referee's assistant over on the far side didn't put the flag or anything. Call was made solely by the referee. And so probably a good chance to pull a goal back for the Uprising. Well, we won't say anything. We will wait and see what happens. Some consultation there again from the referee. The penalty kick was powerfully taken. It rocketed from the crossbar. Whether it rocketed over the line, we can't say. There's some discussions going on there as to whether the penalty kick did cross the goal line, and well, it's goal. Yeah, so after much deliberation, it's goal. It's a rocket of a shot there, but rocket of a shot there. He could count himself pretty much very lucky, because that one could have easily just hit the bar and down straight as it did, but it came down over the line, and so it's a goal from the penalty spot there. And I'm certainly sure the Uprising will feel a lot better, because they gotten a goal back from virtually nothing, actually, from the penalty spot, and we will see whether or not they can mount a press on and try to get back on equal terms here. But I would want to think that we certainly will see more goals from either teams here in this encounter here this evening. So far, we've seen two brilliantly taken goals there from the man Taj Johnson, and a rocket of a penalty shot there. We thought that could have easily been missed from the Uprising team to get them back to within a goal advantage. Here is the Eagles Claw. Jeffers, Francis, trying to find Brown, but cut out there. Cannonier, Brown goes past Cannonier, still Brown, looks up, crosses, but into the hands of Carty, who collects. Tosses out to Francis. Francis pushes the ball upfield there. The player though there is all by himself. He's got acres of space to work with, but been challenged there, and eventually ball goes out for a throw-in. Here is the Eagles Claw. They were certainly on top of the wall. I mean, they still are, but maybe a little bit more cautious now, because it was leading some 2-0. But there's one was pulled back. Here is the fiery Francis. And he goes for the wide. And Brown puts the ball into touch for a throw-in. 42 minutes of play into the 43rd minute. Here's Hodge, almost losing out there to the fleet-footed Johnson. And offside call there. So this match has not lacking any excitement. The intensity has been good. You've seen goals, you've seen penalty, you've seen 2 really good goals and some aggressive play across the board. Good play, I must say, and a good match for a nightcap as well. Again, remember Super Sunday tomorrow. Top 4 teams you would consider in the league, not the top 4 team in terms of the position so far, because the Eagles Claw in second spot, they are playing tonight, and if this advantage hold with a 2-0, here is Johnson trying to find that of Charles Mitchell loses out there to Trey. There's a chip over there to Brown, and Brown left-footed shot, but he was offside. The one sails over the wall. It's going to be an offside kick. Yes, like I was mentioned, it's not the 4 top team that's according to our point standing so far, because the top 4 teams sees Roaring Lions, Eagles Claw, and Ducks United. The Eagles Claw, if they can maintain this 2-1 advantage, will go 9 points clear with from their 3 matches. Here is trouble, and it's going to be a corner kick. So the Limers can go to 7 points tomorrow. The Lions can go to 9 points from 4 matches. The Limers can go to 7 points from 3 matches. The Eagles Claw can go to 9 points from their 3 matches. The Ducks United can go to 7 points from 3 matches, as well as the Attackers. So all to play for tomorrow. Tomorrow will certainly be an exciting time to come and watch football. Here is a corner kick taken from Sean Brown. Corner kick heads going up, still not out of the woods is the Uprising. Here is Francis. Goes further to Sean Brown. Sean looks up and crosses, headed away there, and corner kick again. Good defending there from the Uprising, and good by play there from the Eagles Claw as well, looking to capitalize and see whether or not they can get a goal to maintain a 2-goal cushion. This might probably be the last kick of this 45 minutes. Interesting and exciting 45 minutes as it has been. Good spectators crowding as well. Here's a corner kick taken. Heads going up and partially cleared there by Cannoneer. Still some work to do with the defense there for the Uprising. Eventually, ball is pushed further upfield. Here is a shot and goal, but blocked. And I'm not sure where the referee find this load of time from, but goal! The man Sean Brown, all cartwheel and cock-a-hoop, has gotten that additional goal on the stroke of halftime. I couldn't see whether or not the allotted amount of added time that was on, but I really can't see where the referee got 2 minutes of injury time, extra time in this half, because this game has been very fluid, non-stop action, and so show that the defense there for the Uprising, and there goes the halftime whistle. I'm not too sure where the amount of time came, but all in all, the Eagles capitalized on it and they able to at least maintain the 2-goal cushion. Not good defending there from the Uprising at all. Would have wanted think that they could keep it a lot tighter, having been given that penalty. But Eagles Club will feel the better of the two teams going into halftime, 3-1. Two brilliant goals taken there from Taj Johnson and Sean Brown. Acrobatic strike there, maintaining the 2-goal cushion. Until then, we will take you back to Master Control when we will bring you the second half. Stay tuned.
Shot and a goal. Great goal from Mila. This is scored. After a great cross from Robin, number 5. It's a beautiful day for soccer. It's in the back of the net.
Welcome back to live coverage here of this nightcap match. The Eagles claw large and in charge over the Uprising team, looking to really see if they can pull a magic out of the bag. And see substitute there being made there by the Eagles claw. I thought that player looked like Naldo. Yes, it's Charmaine Charles, yeah, aka Naldo. I'm looking to say that player resembles Naldo so much, but it is actually Naldo. The names, I'm thinking Charles, I'm thinking Naldo carries some Brooks or gums or something like that. But yeah, so the Eagles claw, they have made a substitute. Looking to see which player would have left the field. It looks as though the defender in that of Khalifa Francis would have left the field. Here is Naldo, finds Kabi. Kabi trying to return the favor, but free kick. So Francis has just left the central defense. Probably maybe you have to go to work, something like that. But the Kale is playing there by Brad. Almost got caught out there. The Eagles claw, they went into halftime leading 3-1, and will look to see whether or not they can maintain that 3-goal cushion. Here's a pass to Denny Derrick, and this could be dangerous, but the goalkeeper coming out and collecting, and shepherded and shadowed there by his defense. And this really been a good first half of football. Good action, good goals, and good stout play in midfield. And like I said, 2 brilliantly taken goals from the man Taj Johnson, who will be looking to see whether or not he can really pull things. He is playing actually in midfield. That's an infringement. Yeah, certainly soft one there. And Cannoneer, free kick taken quickly. Francis. Yeah, Derek. And eventually the ball has been booted upfield. And see, looking a little bit more aggressive is the Uprising team. Maybe saying, we won't want to wait until it's too long. Let's try and see if we can pull a goal back. Here is Johnson. Finds Kabi, flick pass, trying to find Charles. Charles reverses the pass to the man Johnson, who is speedy, but the touch is heavy and will certainly run out of space trying to get onto that one. But again, he was threatening dangerously on the goal there for the Uprising FC. But that heavy touch really took the ball too far forward. Cannoneer. Francis. Derek. Well, Francis. Good move from Francis. Goal! Perfect way to start the second half, and a perfect way to bring yourself back into this game here. The Uprising all taking it to the cleaners there and to the defense there of the Eagles claw, and easy and coolly the number 8 player there in let me make sure I've got the name correct. The number 2 player there in Francis, really taking it to the cleaners and just slotted it past the keeper there in goal number 2, Delano Francis, for goal number 2 and to bring his team within 1 goal of the Eagles class. So I'm certainly sure that this match is going to be even more exciting as we go by. Here's the Eagles class trying to recover and to mount an attack after that goal. And the ball cut out there. Derek finding the goal scorer in Francis. He looks up and chips further afield. But this one is going to go into the hands of the goalkeeper. There. And he will clears the halfway point, Cannoneer. So just a spot of bother. You can see where their defense is a little bit not as tight as it once was when Francis started. Poodle is not the fleetest of foot runners. And here is a good move, and that's going to be a foul. Yes, certainly an infringement. And maybe a professional one at that, if you would ask me, because Francis had gotten around Brown and would have had a good opportunity to really go on goal. Here is a chip pass to Derek. The ball is going to roll into touch over the goal line there for a goal kick. So I would want to think the players and Matthew on the bench there for Uprising would said we couldn't have asked for a perfect start to pull a goal back early. We have just played some 6 minutes so far, and so we've still got a far way to go in the second half, and whether they can pull a goal back and see whether they can get goal number 3 and 4 will be left to be seen. Good move there from Trey, but it's cut out and blocked there from the Uprising. Trey recovers position, but he's been hung dead. And here, still Trey, shields well and finds Derek, but the boot there of number 16. Well, that's not number 19, Rohan Taylor. Yes, clears. Here is Duncan. Not a good clearance here. The goal scorer Francis dribbling again and trying to get through that same slot. This could be dangerous, but the goalkeeper recovers and recovers well. Boots the ball upfield, but not as many players as before there. Alexander collects, trying to find Trey, but cut out. Recovers Alexander. Good move there by Alexander. Trey gives the ball away. Here is Jeffers, but the ball has been given away there again. This could be dangerous. Brown tackles. Good work from Jeffers. The man Johnson trying to find other wide and eventually taking the ball outside. Here is play started quickly. I'm not sure if the Eagles Claw are aware of that. Brown again. The sliding challenge. Brown again. They're trying to. Here is Francis. Good reverse pass, but this time Poodles clear and clears well. Ashan Hodge comes and headed away. And it's going to be a throw in there to the Eagles Claw. So the Eagles Claw maybe just trying to say, let's take it easy. Let's get back to the pick up things here and make sure that we don't concede another goal. They're in the driver's seat still. They're still leading some 3 goals to 2. And we'll look to see if they can get all 3 points. Here is a throw taken. Heads going up. Headed away there. 2 players coming together there for the Eagles Claw. Here is Francis. He dribbles further to his left. Some good speed there from Francis. Whether he can keep the ball in, he does so. Good work there from the young man. Francis cuts back, looks up. Crosses shot, but partially cleared there. Here is that not Mitchell. Cut out. Alexander comes away with it now for the Uprising, looking a little bit more confident. A lot more confidence there from the Uprising team. Kirby finds Jeffers. Jeffers trying to dribble to two players. Can't do so. Eagles Club coming away with it. 26. Mitchell. Here is a big boot up front. Still good defensive work there from Nat. Clears. Play over there. Can't get past the defense there. Here is ball coming through. This could be goal number 4, but Monique is right in line and says, "Nalo, you won't get away with this one for sure." And Charles, being adjudged to be in an offside position, way ahead above of the play. Here is a giveaway there from Ashan Hodge. Colin Cannonier cannot regain possession, and so it's going to be a throw-in to the Eagles Claw. Just played 11 minutes into the second half. 56 minutes has gone total. Throw taken. Here is Jeffers. But cut out there from Cannonier. Francis gets past Brown. Gets past Derrick. You cannot play that ball. Denny Derrick, you cannot play that ball. Allow Francis to go with that. Just a little bit of lapse there in judgment, and it's an offside kick there to the Eagles Claw. So things just quieting down just momentarily. At the full excitement that we started with at the start of this second half. Trying to find Johnson. Hodge. Well, I don't know why he didn't clear the ball in the first place. Throw taken quickly. Mitchell loses out to Francis. Pass across offensive field. And this is certainly onside. Derrick trying to get around the defense there. Dean. Here is Derrick. Denny Derrick. Oh. Shot. And goes wide. I think Poodle almost played himself into trouble there. Could have ill afford to bring that one back in play and lose the possession, which he did. And the shot eventually going wide. Goal kick taken only as far as Francis. And it's going to be an infringement there on Francis. Jeffords taking out. Well, not Jeffords, that's Mitchell, that is. Brown takes the kick. Heads going up. Eludes the head of Carby. Ashan Hodge. And a shot and goal. But Johnson, probably the weaker of the feet. Cannoneer, luckily, boots the ball upfield. Blocked. Mitchell trying to get onto it. Derek trying to get ahead on it. Trey. Eventually the ball falls to Francis, who chips the ball over to his brother. He has space and he has time. But Brown not giving any play. Absolutely, Brown. Sean Brown is right on the doorstep of Francis, and you can see the young man just feeling the rigors and the bumps a bit there. And Sean Brown is saying, I'm not going to allow you to really get too close to my goal. And see, still struggling there is the fiery Francis. Again, Sean Brown on the ground. And certainly Francis needs some treatment. Probably would have picked up a knock early on, and certainly compounded it with that further challenge there from the man Sean Brown. Sean Brown has a funny way of walking, but has good speed and good tenacity. Out and out, you would think that, okay, he doesn't walk like a footballer, so to speak. If there is if there's a walk for a footballer, so let me see the brother there of the fiery Francis, probably saying we might need to make a substitute. Not too sure whether or not he'll be able to continue. There's a little bit of magic spray, a little bit of cold spray might do the trick. But so far, he has taken his boot off and he's been just moved to the side of the field there so that play could continue. Yeah, looks like that might be it for him for this evening. And certainly be a miss for the team because he's been putting in a pretty good shift down on this side so far, in both halves actually. Started off on the left side and then switched to the right side. Was able to score a goal. And I've introduced another player there in that of, who is the number 17 shirt? Thomas. But in the meantime, it's Eagles Claw trying to at least get Delaney Francis. Not going to get on that to that one is the number 16 player here in Shaquem Lewis. Well, not Shaquem Lewis, that's Cannoneer actually. So Thomas has slotted into the left back position, well, the right back position, I beg your pardon, for Cannoneer, who's pushed further upfield in a more traditional role. Here is and that's that infringement there, but the referee says no foul. Here is Trey. Here is Trey Gums. Shot! Shot! Save there from the goalkeeper. Yes. Really good, powerful shot there from the man Trey Gums, and the goalkeeper had to be on his P's and Q's. Yeah, but he did save and save well. And it's a good rocket of a shot there from the man Trey. Goalkeeper, though, right in place, right in position, decided, well, I'll prefer to just parry that one. I'm not going to handle it. I'll just parry it away from my goal. And so he did. In the meantime, play has been just held up just a little bit to stretch out the legs of Cannoneer there. Colin Cannoneer. And probably picked up a bump as well. And in the meantime, maybe just probably cramping just a bit. And so play has been held up for a few. But we're just about ready to start. Here is Charles trying to find Tazi. He has not seen a lot of the ball in the second half at all. And Taz Johnson. Taken. Here's Francis. Trying to find Derek. But Brown. Given away. Cannoneer. Finds Jordan Dean. Dean finds Derek. Jordan Dean trying to find Derek, but not on the same page, and ball is going to roll over the goal line, and it's going to be a goal kick there to the Eagles' claw. So we've seen 5 goals in this match so far, 3 to the Eagles' claw. Just before in the first 45 minutes, and we've seen early on in the start of the second half, the Uprising did pull a goal back. So far, it has not challenged. Here is Carby trying to get past the defense there for the Uprising. Ball is kept into play and eventually goes out for a throw in there to the Eagles' clock. It has been just held up just a bit. Player there, Eagles' claw. And it's Romain Carby. We were just picking up a knock, some cramp. In the meantime, the players a chance to refresh themselves. Kirby goes off. Here is Johnson. Ball is pushed for the field. Jeffers. Well, Charles, that is. And eventually, the ball is cleared there from the defense there for Uprising. Here's Francis. He's got some speed. Good move there. Here's Cannonier. Cannonier got acres of space. Cuts back. Still being challenged here, but eventually loses out there. Here is Sean Brown. Sean Brown finds the player there, but Thomas picks up. Derek. Nat finding Trey Gums. Trey trying to find Derek there, but the ball eludes him on the defense there into the hands of the goalkeeper there. And clearance headed away there by Ashan Hodge. Trey Gums finds Jordan Dean. Here's Jordan Dean. He finds Thomas. Thomas motoring down, but loses position. Ashan Hodge comes, cleans up the fiery. Francis can't control. Ball is booted upfield, and Hodge picks it up. Finds Trey Gums. Here is Thomas. Good pass from Dean. Thomas. Cannonier is offside. Sean Brown. Goes down. 71 minutes. We have played 71 minutes. And it's going to be a substitute. That looks like the veteran there in Craig Clark is going to come on. I'm not too sure who he will be given. Who will be given way for the entrance of Craig. It's a kick up field. The block there by Trey. Here is Thomas. Dean eventually coming away with it. It's Francis. Trouble. Here. Look at Dean, Jordan Dean, but can't get around the defense there. They're still not out of danger. That's the Eagles' claw. And eventually, it's that look like the man Johnson. They're coming away with it. They're deep in defense. And again, Johnson. Trouble. But loses out there. Nat coming away with it. Thomas finds Gums. Gums can't control, loses the ball. And here is Mitchell. Johnson, but good goalkeeping there from Darren Carty. This time got the better of Taj Johnson. Decided, well, I'm not going to allow you to kick this time. You would have broached my net some 2 times and not that this time. Coming off his line and collecting cleanly. Here is the Eagles claw trying to clear, coolly control and chested there. That's Jeffers. Yes. Finds Kirby. Kirby goes past Alexander. But Alexander recovers well. Ball has been booted upfield. Cut out there by Ashan Hodge. Here is Trey Gums. They need goals. Time is certainly going. They need to get a goal back. Here is Jordan Dean finding Cannoneer, but Cannoneer won't get to that one. Joe taking quickly, Sean Brown boots the ball upfield. And control there from Jeffers, but he's hounded. Here is Thomas. And he should have passed that ball maybe over there to the player on the left side, electing to shoot, not getting a good shot. Here is the Eagles' claw. Charles reversing the pass, finding Johnson. Johnson can't get around Ashawn Hodge. Good defending there from Ashawn Hodge and getting that ball away from the danger area, not allowing Johnson to use his speed and clearing well. Just another 14 minutes or so to go. Still leading 3-0 is the Eagles' claw. Here's a shot and goal, and Carty maybe just shadow diving there just a bit, and getting a goal kick. Pass taken quickly. Here is Jordan Dean. Well, there's a muffled pass there. That's cut out, and Charles is Naldo giving the ball away. Here is Francis, comes away with it now. Jordan Dean stretches that is going. This is a good move. This is that almost like a handball there, but from the man Poodle, but it doesn't appear as though it is. Here is the Uprising. And a free kick. Well, interesting one. Free kick given there to the Eagles' claw. Eagles' claw trying to mount an attack, maybe to really push home their advantage and to get 2-goal cushion. Johnson trying to reverse the pass, but again, goalkeeper and Carty coming well. Here is Jordan Dean. Need to get players forward. Pass Johnson. Finds Francis. Francis goes for the wide there to Alexander. Alexander returns the pass. Francis. Here is Thomas. Boots the ball over, trying to find Derek. But only to find the head there of Duncan. Jeffers. Charles. Trying to find KB. Alexander equal to the task. And the ball eventually comes off of KB. Kabi. And it's going to be a throw in there to the Uprising, deep into the defensive half there. Still looking to get back on equal terms. Here is Jordan Dean. Can't control is the play over there. Here is Duncan. Ball's booted upfield, but no one is far forward. Easy collecting there from Ashawn Hodge. Finds Thomas. Thomas can't control, but recovers position. And goes all the way back. It's Jordan Dean to Nat. Nat gives the ball away. And he recovers. The Uprising recovers. Trey Gums. Again, gives the ball away. Duncan. Brown. Johnson. Alexander cuts out. Francis. Heading towards the 80th minute. It's going to be a throw-in. You can see some movements over there on the bench there for the Eagles claw. Good pass. This could be dangerous. This could be trouble. But taking too long there. Looks like the man Francis just taking a tad bit too long. And in the end, running out of space and the opportunity for a shot. But it was a good move there. I think he should have really pulled the trigger. Good, quick, early shot could have caused some trouble there to the goalkeeper there in goal there for the Eagles claw. So, substitute. Player goes off for the Eagles claw. Here's Jeffers trying to chip the ball over. Alexander collects. That's a good pass there from the young man to get out of trouble. Here is Jordan Deans. He's challenged and the ball is put into play. It's going to be a throw-in. We're less than 10 minutes away from full time. Whatever injury time is added. The Uprising would certainly don't want to go three losses on the trot, but they will have to do something to get back on equal term to get a point for this game. Here's the Uprising. They are on the attack. Uprising on the attack, still with the ball, still with an opportunity, and eventually not taking any chances there. That looks like the man. Is that Johnson? Yes, he clears the ball away and says, well, not Johnson, that's Mitchell or Jeffers. And that eventually they say, well, we're not taking any chance. We're still leading and get it out of here. In the meantime, it's going to be a corner kick there to the Uprising FC. Looking to see if they can equalize and maybe pull a point out of this encounter to get on the board. First time we see quite a number of players going towards the goalkeeping area in the box, maybe to get ahead on something. There's a corner kick taken. Heads going up, and an opportunity there. Ashan Hodge had the perfect opportunity to equalize, not getting the direction right, getting the opportunity but not taking getting it and taking the direction as it should, and it's going to be a goal kick there to the Uprising FC. The Eagles Claw FC, sorry. Sean Brown, is feeling the pinch a bit. Just boots that one outside for a throw-in. Here is the Uprising, trying to gain position and trying to see if they can get a goal to equalize. Chip coming over, headed the way there by Sean Brown. Picked up there from the player there, Mitchell. Oh, Craig has entered the field. Here is Johnson. Sean Hodge cuts out, but Charles recovers. Johnson Johnson trying to replicate one of the moves that got him a goal. But eventually Alexander cuts the ball out and finds Derek. Well, not Derek, but that looks like Francis, who couldn't control. Well, probably maybe just feeling the mileage on those legs. He has played quite a stellar game here this evening, running in midfield, both on the defensive end and the attacking end. And I must say it's been a really good game of football, right down to the wire, end-to-end action. And you've got some 5 goals to show for it, so pretty good encounter. It's about 9 minutes to 10 o'clock in the PM in the Eastern Caribbean. 9 minutes to 10 o'clock. 9 minutes to 9 o'clock over there in Jamaica. Wherever you are around the world taking our broadcast, we say good evening, good morning, good afternoon to you. And we are happy that we could come into your homes, your cars, wherever you are, and bring you live coverage of football here. It's Eagles Club versus the Uprising. Jordan Dean, still trying to get to, but the Eagles Club defending well. Poole, they are in the end getting the ball to the far side of defense, and here is it. They're trying to mount an attack now, but you can see that the Eagles Club has some real tired legs out there. They're without the services of Joseph Tazi. Here is Sean Brown, still with a lot of running within him, and he cleverly shields the ball and picks up a free kick in the end for his troubles. Walks away gingerly, saying, well, got another 3 minutes and 14 seconds. Maybe to see out this one. Sean Brown boots the ball upfield. 2 players getting to each other's way. But here is the clearance there, but coming away with it is Thomas, and a cross coming in. But the goalkeeper collects and tidies up. And taking all the time in the world with the possession. He's down at the moment. I don't know if he picked up a knock or probably pulled something, but he's asking for some attention in the 88th minute of play. Is that a good crowd over on our right side here, really enjoying this match, taking in the game, going right down to the wire. Remember, tomorrow, God's willing, is Super Sunday, because we've got 2 mouth-watering encounters for you. That starts at 6 o'clock with the defending champions, the Roaring Lions, looking to continue their winning ways. The Limers FC, young and upcoming Limers FC, really looking to cement their status and their position amongst the big guns, and doing good so far. They have won their first match, came back on, and really pulled a point away from the Ducks United. And that's this. What you're looking for here is Johnson. Heads going a whip on goal. But the ball headed across goal. Nat Hodge collects. And here is the Uprising, looking to mount that attack to get that elusive goal. Still the Uprising, and in the end the ball is cleared across the touchline for throwing into the 90th minute of play. Certainly show Eagles class that we don't want to be like Spartans in the match that we played against them, and almost close to a penalty there. Dribbling and dribbling for all his worth and fouled in the end. So the free kick just outside the edge of the 18 yards box, not an angle. It makes it quite difficult to beat the keeper from there. But stranger things has happened. So is that 5 minutes of added time? It looks like that. So we'll see whether or not, well, Trey was over the ball, and it's Jordan Dean to take the free kick. Here is Dean. Free kick take on, floats over, and floats all the way over the bar. Good opportunity there, good one, but was quite threatening, the troubling for the goalkeeper there in the Eagles club goal. Still time in this game to pull a point back, and Sean Brown, I think, has run himself into the ground. Can barely move, can barely jump. Here is a cross coming over. Go ahead's going up. And all referee says an infringement there on the goalkeeper. But the ball was hanging loose. I'm not sure why the call was made, but I guess protecting the goalkeeper nonetheless. Here's the ball being booted upfield. Looking for some respite is some of the defenders there for the Eagles club. Here is Sean Brown. Well, that is certainly an awkward play there. Thomas, who's a big man. Well, Sean Brown is saying, well, I didn't do anything, but Thomas looks okay. Probably just, well, that is an awkward hit. Well, it was just gesture on the part of Thomas, because he looks pretty fine to me running for all his work. Here is the goal kick taken, and the goalkeeper collecting, and you can hear the spectators for the Eagles class saying, well done, young man. Ball has been booted upfield. Johnson has acres of space to run into, but giving it up there is the young man Johnson there, as he was challenged there by Trey Gums. Here is Jordan Dean. Jordan Dean beats the player here. Jordan Dean dribbles further forward. Find Thomas. And that certainly is a red card. That's a yellow card. That certainly is a red card, because it's certainly a red card. That is some really dangerous play there from Sean Brown. Dangerous play. That's certainly not allowed. I'm not sure. Certainly a dangerous play that could have broken the legs of the gentleman there. I'm not too sure why you would want to be playing like that, leading with almost the end of the game there, just taking out the player there seriously, man. That's a real serious play there. That actually he gave a yellow card and then a red, but certainly looked like a straight red card to me there. And let's hope that the young man is okay. So far, we've seen where the goalkeeper for the Roaring Lions, Ollie, did been challenged as well, and what we thought was just a heavy hit turned out to be a fracture of bone in the foot that will have him out for quite a while. So we do hope that the Thomas there will be okay. One of the things with injuries is that the pain usually comes when the body is cool and the blood is cooled down. That's when the pain starts, because I've been there. It has to be helped off the field actually, and probably just helped off the field. Hopefully that it's nothing too painful after. It's nothing too thing. Just one of those heavy challenges. What do we call 2-foot challenges? We are almost out of time. We'll get into some added time. Not too sure where Darren Carty is going, but this is certainly not the last kick of the ball. Here is, and that was an opportunity there. That goes a begging there. Trey should have leashed that ball in goal. Carty is still out of goal here. Here is Francis. Good move. Jordan Dean. Still dribbling. Jordan Dean still. Can't get past the defense there. And that's the end of the game. There, the whistle has been blown. It's the end of the match. Yes. There you have it, Tajah Johnson, the man of the match for Eagles Claw. And we are thankful that you will have joined us for this nightcap match. Good game in the end. A little bit of rough play to the end of it, but all in all, a good game. And we do hope that you would have enjoyed it as we brought it to you live here from AI Live right here in Rainbow City, Anguilla, in the British West Indies from the Raymond E. Gishard Stadium. Join us tomorrow for Super Sunday. Tomorrow we've got Super Sunday with the two big matches, Roaring Lions versus the Limers at 6, and then at 8 o'clock we will have Ducks United versus the Attackers, the two team that played in the finals of the President's Cup. Join us tomorrow, same time, same place, and from our producers, we bid you good night and all the best. Until next time.